Hello, hello, friends. I'm Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and it's time for some creative ink. It's time to get creative, it's time to get inspired, and it's time to share those awesome creations that you make. So if you're joining in, come on in and say hello. I welcome you to my channel or to my Facebook page. So please say hello if you're new to me. And if you're joining in, return follower, I welcome you. So today we are going to be sharing a really cool, fun embossing folder technique. And we are going to get started because it's all about, let's get down to the business, right? And start sharing that creativity. So let's see, what screen do I want to go to? There we go. So I'm busy here today. So okay, so I was hoping there would be somebody on to help me decide what color we should work with today. These are the retiring 2022 to 2024 in colors, and I wanted to celebrate them today with this really cool, fun card technique using the embossing folder. So Shirley, hello. So help me decide, Shirley. You're the first one. So you choose a color that we should work with today. All right. In the meantime, we're going to pull in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And hopefully I don't make a mess here. So let's pull this in. And we've got our platform number 1 and platform number 4. Okay. We need the plate here. And we're also using this really cool layered florals embossing folder today. And we're simply going to, so I just have a piece of cardstock that is 4 inches by 5 1/4, just a quarter sheet. And we're going to run it through. I always want to, Stampin' Up! Recommends running the fold in through first, okay? And just remember, this is all the layering you need. You always cover your embossing folder with a plate. You need to create that sandwich, whether you're embossing something or die cutting something. You never want to have your whatever you're working with on top as a top layer. It always needs to be sandwiched, okay? So we're going to just simply run this through, okay, the folder. And this is a really fun folder, and I love it. I've only used it a little bit, and look at this embossed image. So this is the embossed side, and then look at the beautiful debossed side. It's really just as beautiful as the embossed side. So hi Colleen and Gail Burke, welcome. It is a beautiful day here. We're going to just set that aside because we're also using another 3D embossing folder. We are using the Thoughtful Moments embossing folder. And what this does, this folder comes, it's all about letters, and it also comes with a die. So you can die cut your words in one quick sweep, okay? So we're going to take, Shirley chose, she was here first, and she chose Parakeet Party that we're going to work with today, okay? So, so we're simply going to, you can use your brayer, but I found I had better luck when I simply took my ink pad and inked it up like this with my ink pad, just tapping it around. This is going to create that thin line of ink on our words here today. So I'm not worrying if I've gotten colored ink on the flat portion of it, because it's not going to matter, because it's not going to touch my cardstock, so it's totally fine. And I don't drag it either, because this is just really a fine line, and I'm wondering if I need to re-ink this because it feels really light. Okay, and then we're going to take our die cut, and this just kind of snaps into place around all those letters. And I simply take like a 6 by 6. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to cut them all at once, okay? And then we're going to close it up, and we're going to grab our platform again. Let's pull in our machine again and do this. Hi, Donna. Okay, love this. So, Gail, we did this in our stamp club yesterday, and they loved it. So, I'm so glad you've got a bunch of pieces cut. Okay, so make sure your platform, your plates and your platform all line up before you send it through. This one's just a little bit tighter feel in your machine, so it's a little harder crank, but it's still not that hard to go through, okay? All right, so we're done with that, and when you do the whole sheet, you have all these words to work with, okay? And look at that. It all comes out. I'm going to leave it all one piece, okay? Now, you simply, there's ink on here. If you're going to change colors, you definitely going to want to, I just wash it, run it underneath water, and then I pat it dry with a paper towel, and then I can move on to another color, okay? All right, so that's the embossing for today. Let me move that out of the way. And look at all these fun words we have to use on our cards. So there we go. Look at that. You could use this here and sponge like a halo effect on it, which I didn't do. So let me just grab a little blending brush here. So you could like sponge some ink here to kind of create a little bit, depending on how you're using your words, okay? Just kind of came to my mind when I saw all this die cut out. So it does create kind of like a halo. What was that? Probably Thinking of You. Let's see. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah. So, well, I mean, it will do on a couple of sides, but it just depends. I don't think there's not stamps that go with this, so it's just the die cut. So maybe that doesn't work as well. Okay, forget that little side thing there. Okay, so we're gonna keep this out, all right? And we've got our words, and I need a Thinking of You card to send to someone, but I wanted to let's see. I just wanted to play around too. Let's go with Oh Happy Day. So we could take our blends and deepen these letters up a little bit more as well. Okay, so that way they kind of pronounce a little bit more. And just cover the raised part with your blends, or we'll try one with the marker because I hadn't tried this yet. But the blend seems to be working okay. But the marker might be better because it's not gonna maybe bleed as much, but there's not really that much bleeding. Because you know, the alcohol markers, oh, I kind of like the words. They, I think I need to zoom in for you guys here, okay? So look how it really made those words pop versus this one right here. You know, it just really makes the words pop a whole lot more. Okay, so what are we going to do? So we're going to pull this in now, okay, our emboss piece. We're going to use the deboss side. This is the part where all these images are sunken in, okay? And I think I'm zoomed in just a little too much here for you guys. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take our Parakeet Party ink pad, and we are simply going to drag it across. And each drag, you can do it kind of lightly, you know, and it depends on, maybe you can kind of just see how it goes, you know. Do you want to keep going? I think we're going to keep going here. And you could even make it kind of flat too. You don't have to have it at an angle. You can make this ink pad kind of flat and just keep adding some color. And the ink pad is pretty much leaving alone the debossed images. It's just writing on the raised part images. Isn't this looking beautiful? And it's making all those flowers in white just pop, and so you're pretty much writing it on your ink pad on the flat side of the paper here. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. It just depends on how deep you want it to go. Wait till you see the other samples that I have to share. So I don't know what they call this. Kind of like a debossed magic, maybe. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, so let's pull in our trimmer because I started big, so I have a little bit of room to work with and holding the paper and everything else. So we're going to cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. That's going to be what's on the front of our card front. And I had a lot of these, and I just haven't come up with a use for them yet. And you want to make sure you rinse off this as well, your die, in case you get some ink on it. There's definitely some ink on this. So make sure you rinse that. And let me see here. I got to look for, I have a piece of white cardstock. Here we go. Before I move the trimmer, I need to make sure, yeah. See, I used 2 different trimmers. All right, we got to cut this down just a hair more. Yikes. Let's go even farther. Oh, I really butchered that. Ah, yikes. Let's grab a pair of scissors. Hopefully it's going to look okay. Yikes. Okay, let's take a little bit off from this side as well. Okay, this is a butchered. Yikes. Trim that. Okay, hopefully this looks okay. I should have just automatically cut it a little bit smaller. Okay, that looks better. All right, so we're gonna simply, because probably it had trouble cutting because the cardstock's a little bit damp from all that ink. So we're simply gonna layer this onto a piece of 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, the cardstock. And let's use our liquid glue. I highly recommend like liquid glue or a strong adhesive because we got all this raised part that needs to be able to stick to this mat, okay? So let's put this on here. And really, this is a fairly simple card. I think it's kind of fun to emboss. And we're going to do this, we're going to step up this technique with something even more on Friday. So make sure if you're tuning in, you come back and check out Friday's live to see what else we do with this embossing folder. Okay, so we're going to adhere this to a Parakeet Party card base right here. Okay, and we need some dimensionals right here. So let's grab some dimensionals and put them on here. And let's see. I love this color. Haven't used it nearly enough. I think I'm going to miss Starry Sky. So make sure if you're loving any of these in colors that you grab them now before they get sold out, because lots of times these in colors go quickly once that retired list is also released. And the retired list will be out next week. Yay! Okay, so we're looking good. So we're going to take a piece of basic black. This is 3 1/4 inches wide by 3 3/4. Okay, we're simply going to put it across here and create a little bit of a bridge. Oh, I should put up, and that's going to help cover up my little mistake there with the cutter. And then we need some Parakeet Party cardstock. And we're going to punch it out with our hexagon punch here. There we go. So let's punch that out. And I didn't think about this. Hang on. We're gonna pull our embossing folder because I did the, yes, club members did this. They took this hexagon and they embossed it. I left mine blank, so I love how they get their own creativity going here. So I think it looks so much better when it's embossed. So, so let's do this. Let's just give this hexagon punch a little bit of a embossed. There we go. Okay, so you're going to see it's going to make such a difference when you just hold it up to this cardstock. And when it's onto this card, it's going to make a huge, huge difference. So we're going to add this on flat, okay? So let's just put this on flat right here. Okay. Oops. I'm going to just, I'm hoping, well, let's see. There we go. Okay, now we're going to use our Thinking of You, I think. Where did it go? Here we go. And let's try the marker on this, okay? Hopefully I'm doing good. So they redesigned the markers this year, and this is an old one. I didn't get the new ones with the in color. So I think we'll use the brush tip end. But the current ones have, you know, I think I like the blends just by the way it's working, and that's really deep. So let's go with the blends. We're going to go with the light blend. That might be a little bit darker. I think the blends work better. The markers are a little strong. Okay, so we will just quickly color this in. And so you're just really following the line of the words, trying to be careful. Of course, I'm going like a quickly. So it is so good to see the sunshine here. We've had sunshine for 2 days in a row. First I had my doubts because it was so cloudy this morning. What a difference that makes. Okay, so we're going to take some dimensionals and let's raise this up with some dimensionals. I'm going to pull in some minis here. Yeah, maybe we'll just go all minis here. Yeah, let's go. They're sticking to my finger here. Ah, okay, all right. It does. Good choices, Shirley. Love the green. I know. Isn't this green just such a happy? It'll make a good Thinking of You card. Bright, cheerful, right? Okay, so let's do this. And I'm looking to see if I have a bow on my desk here. Oh, here we do. I knew I had one because we're going to need a bow for this card. Okay, so tomorrow is a class day here, so if you're local and you have free time, there is still some openings. Just simply message me as soon as we're done here that you would like to come. So let's get this. So we're going to just put this smack dab in the middle there. All right, and now I've got all of these other ones. I love the other one. I really love is this hello. That would look sharp too. But we're going to finish this up with, let's grab a glue dot. And here we go. Let's add this silver and white edge sheer ribbon to this. Let's give it a little trim here. There we go. And I think we're going to add a few rhinestones. We're going to add a few rhinestones just to bling this up a little bit. Okay. Let's give it a little bling. Let's put one there, and let's put some small ones up here. Oh, right in the middle of that flower. All of these would be great in the middle of flowers. Let's just move that. Oh, I like that. We could really bling this up, right? Let's bling this up because this person just needs a lot of cheering up. Okay. All right, I think I got, oh, here's another one. We could put another one here, and let's put another one right up there. Blingy, blingy, right? Can you see all that bling on there? Look at all that bling. Okay, we got to finish up the inside, all right? So we're simply, I matted 3 3/4 by 5 inches of basic white onto 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. on here. So we're going to add this. Oh, I forgot to add some designer paper. Hang on. We'll add this after I do this. Totally forgot about the designer paper. Let's do this. Normally I like to add it to the white and then just give it a trim. But we're going to have to pull in our trimmer and trim this off. Okay. So what do you guys think? Polka dots or the stripes? I'm almost thinking the stripes. What do you think? Let's see. Let's do that, and let's grab. Anybody got a quick comment there about whether polka dots or stripes? I couldn't decide. I'm almost thinking the stripes. I'm just not sure if the polka dots kind of go with that versus having the stripes. So we're going to go with stripes because I want this to be a quick and fast video for you all today. Okay, so let's just add this onto here. It feels, I forgot to trim it a little bit. Because remember I made that white a little bit smaller. All right, that looks better. All right, so inside, simple and easy. And then, I didn't grab an envelope, but we have one here. And here's our magic envelope right there. So let's zoom out so you can see the other samples that I have to share with you. So let's put the top on and see, I saved all kinds of, I did all the colors, and it's just so fun to have these to work with, okay? The other thing you can do as well is you could do like some multiple colors. I need to play more with doing multiple colors. This one uses, I know it was Daffodil Delight, and I almost think Pumpkin Pie, but I can't be certain, okay? And same with this. I'm not quite sure what I use. So you can play around with doing multiples, but I suggest you kind of like start with the lighter color first and then add into, okay, good. I'm glad we picked the stripes. Okay, we're all on the same page here. But play around with it a little bit, even if it's just, you know, doing a small piece and then do a great larger piece to play with, okay? Okay, let's look at these other colors, the other in colors. Okay, so this is Parakeet Party, and then we have Tahitian Tide, and then we have Starry Sky right here, and this is such a pretty blue. These are like, I don't know if they're not quite Laker colors. They used to be when Mary Pat was in school, like a good Laker color blue. And then we have Orchid Opulence right there. It's very similar, but it's got that purpley effect to it. And then, of course, Sweet Sorbet. So which is your favorite? Which one do you love? I think they're all great. And I think this technique works good with using any color that you have in your library. So kind of look at your embossing folders. And make sure you go and subscribe to my newsletter for more great ideas and tips. There's always some type of inspiration sheets that I share with you, and news, Stampin' Up! News, the latest Stampin' Up! News, and what's going on with me and my classes here at home in person. So, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and come join me again on Friday at 3 p.m. for some more Creative Ink, where we're going to use this embossing folder in a totally different way that you're going to fall in love with, okay? Okay, everybody, thanks so much, and I so appreciate you. And also, you can head to my website at createwithnancy.com if you would love to order any of these products we use today as well. So, thanks so much, and we will see you soon.